Welcome along then. After difficulty in Canada, where we thought we'd do very well, we now move to Austria, which is the next upcoming event. We've got a few things that are being refurbished and a few just stock that is on its way. And we should be strong around here, so I'm going to risk it again. We need to get some money and we should get both of them. A bit annoyed that we did have a bad one. Fastest lap we're not going too good. And finishing position we're okay, so that is where we set. And let's go and find out what we can do. Should be a sprint weekend, I want to say, as well. We'll find out. So it is sprint, rain for Friday and Saturday, and we'll see you in qualifying. So I'm not sure if track change the damp, but I mean dry right at the end as well here. I'm not sure if Albon's actually got a penalty, because in Canada, obviously he crashed, didn't he? And got a penalty, but he couldn't serve it. And Albon's showing as having a grid penalty. So that's going to annoy us a little bit. So we will race. I think it might only be like 5 points, but we'll find out. And Albon does a 106.6. And it is a 106.9 for Porsche. We'll see how that does compared to everyone else. So we're out on soft tyres, and absolutely everybody and their dog is out for this final run. And hopefully we don't get blocked. Aston Martin's pretty quick anyway. Porsche's got some clear air, so we might be okay in this one. I mean, I would like Albon to create a gap, but he hasn't. So it's all about sector times. You can see Leclerc's done a 103.0. We're going to get nice slipstream, probably all the way round actually from the Aston Martin. It might not work out too bad, this one. No surprise to see a purple sector 1. There you go, 16.3. Porsche does a 16.4. It's just a 10th down through sector 1. I think Albon could do a P1 time here based on DRS. Through the middle sector, it is green. Maybe we spoke too soon. 28.4. 28.4 for Porsche. These are either going to be great laps or they're going to be not. Oh, look how tucked up we are at the Aston Martin. We don't improve. That's how slow he held us up. And we are in P2, which we should have been way faster. Albon is dropping because of it. Are we going to survive? Sainz is out. And Perez is out, 20th and 19th. Obviously, sprint race, they can get that back. Theo with a P3 time. And rain again. So let's manage this. What do we got in this one? Well, I might wait to send my cars, because I think this is going to improve. I think it is going to improve enough. Inters will work a little bit better when it's drier. And you can see that dry is about to take effect as we come down. So I think now is the time that we send. We've got yellow flags out there. It was Gasly running wide at turn 14. So let's put our first lap time in. See what sort of time. Porsche stuck right behind Hulkenberg. I think that's going to cost him massively for Porsche. Albon does 2 temps. It's not actually going to cost him too much, Porsche. He's going to go P2 and P4. I think we'll still go again though. Let's not risk it, because at the end of the day we're only on inters anyway. Let's go to the same times. It is going to stay wet like this, so I think we just send out. And intermediates for Porsche. Let's send him out. And we'll just fast forward this one because we should be good. And let's see what times. Yellows. I think track's just getting a bit damper and no one is improving. So, I mean, Hamilton and Russell could both be out here in P13 and P14. Someone did improve then as well, interestingly. But I think one of the Mercedes improved. Hamilton got through. Russell got through in the end. So, starting on dry tyres for qualifying 3, and we're going to send both Williams drivers. We're going to fly through. We're not going to fly through too much because I think rain is on its way. There it is. So we need a good lap time. It's like deja vu again here. Obviously, I'll probably cut out the bit where it freezes and restart it, so you probably won't see it. But let's see, we did a 16.8, 16.4 I think. That's a lot quicker than we did in our river one. 16.4 as well, pretty evenly matched for both drivers. And obviously both green because, you know, Max Verstappen is going to come with probably a 102. 28.3 through the middle. And it's 28.4, only a tenth off Porsche. What sort of time are we looking at for Albon? It is going to be a 102.9. That is a fantastic lap. And a 103.0. Look at that. Verstappen in with a 102.7. Incredible. Now the rain is out there. I don't think we're going to improve. It's going to be wet for the rest. So I think we just accelerate this through. Russell shouldn't improve. Well, I'll be very surprised because the track is now damp. So for the sprint race, I mean, no Perez in here. No Hamilton. No Sainz. We are going to line up P2 on the grid. Fantastic lap by Albon. And let's not discount Porsche's lap time in P4. But obviously Albon's got a penalty. But I think that happens in the race, not the sprint qualifying. So what we'll do is we'll just simulate this session and then we'll get into the sprint. Look at that, Jesus. Well down. Well down the field in that one. 78.79. And then let's get into the race. P2 sprint. Ooh, I don't think we can go softs because I think they run out too much. Like, you might as well go mediums and mediums. So we should be starting. We do start P2 and P4, but expect us to go a little bit backwards. But we have got a strong car. That is the one thing to remember. Strong car is what we do have around Austria. Could this be our first podium in F1 Manager? So we're just going to turn on battle assist. I'm going to go to 2. We're going to get on board. We've lost a position already with Alex Albon. That's not the start we wanted. What tyres is everyone going on to? Mediums. So that is expected round the outside nearly. Is Alex Albon. Porsche is still P5. It'd be great if we can keep within and maybe try a push and get back past. Yellow flag is out. That's quickly ended. And it is Tsunoda running wide in turn 4. So DRS will be on this lap because it goes a lap earlier in the sprint. And can we then get past? I mean, Stroll has already lost a second. So we are going to get DRS here. Are we going to make a move? Not quite. Still going to get DRS out of this corner though. So does Stroll now, who just got in within a second. And that's going to be key to bring us along. Porsche is looking at the other Aston Martin. It's a Williams-Aston Martin battle at the moment. And we'll stay on board with Porsche because it's Alonso who's dropped the second. And now, down the straight we go to the inside. We are in, I think, P3 and P4. Alonso's going to get DRS this time. And I tell you what, Stroll is having a fight. We can't live with the pace though. And here comes Albon again. This is lap 3. We're going to have to watch some fuel at some point as our ERS will start to top up. And we have got a virtual safety car. Red flag, red flag. Hamilton, I think it is, in the barrier. And Hulkenberg is out as well. You can see them over there. And in the sprint... What the hell happened there? That is one of the craziest, weirdest crashes I've ever seen. But P3 and P5, now, we did. I mean, surely softs get to the end now. Surely softs get to the end. Maybe. Maybe, please. Please. So we're going to pause this. And everyone has gone softs. So yeah, good choice, good choice. Right. We've got good fuel. We can attack. Battle assist is on. And let's go on board with Pourchaire and Albon. So we're going to go Albon first, and he gets a great start. And it's the Aston Martin who we're just going to then get ahead. Hulkenberg's got a penalty, as the Aston Martin does just get through. Pourchaire's up to P4, P3 and P4. And here comes Albon's trying. He's going to go back in the race. Don't know how far the penalty is. I think it's 5 laps. So if we can keep on board now, softs should be good to the end. Fuel should be good to the end. So it's all about sticking with. DRS should be enabled now as well. This should bring us closer to Max. I mean, Pourchaire is bang there. We're going to just tell him, don't fight teammate. We don't want to mess this up. But out of that, turn 2 we go. Or turn 3 I think it is actually, after the little kink in the straight that counts as a corner. Stroll is right behind the Aston Martin, or the Aston Martin of Stroll, with Verstappen. We're trying to hunt him down. We've already dropped a second to Alonso. So in the sprint, at the moment, we are doing okay. We're going to just knock back to aggressive, and we're going to go back up to top up for now, because we are still in DRS zones. We've got good fuel, and we want to just protect the tyres a little bit. These two, all over the back of each other. We're only 2 tenths away. That's 2 tenths away from potentially getting second. But if these two have a crash, we'll be bang there. Leclerc's within a second. He's got Alonso. And down the straight we go. Just getting some cool air. And we've closed up very nicely. We're going to get a great exit. DRS slipstream. And even still, Verstappen keeps ahead. But we are battling for the lead in this sprint. Here comes Stroll, and Stroll takes the lead. I feel like Max Verstappen really losing out without having DRS. We've got 1.8 seconds now, but we're fighting for victory here in Austria. What is everyone's tyres like? Are we using more tyres? Not necessarily. Look at that, 84% for them though, probably. And into the turn we go. We're going to get a good exit out. It's not too bad. What we're going to do is just go to standard now and just look after the tyres a little bit, because I don't want to hammer them too much. Can we keep in DRS by running standard though? That's the problem. It's only 5 tenths at the moment. Now actually we're going to deploy with Albon and Pourchaire a little bit. 15 laps to go. Just to keep us ahead. 2 seconds we've pulled. Verstappen back in the lead. We're going to give it a go as well. Here we go. Into turn 3. Down. We are fighting hard.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Fighting for the lead. Can we get the job done? We're protecting tyres here as well at the moment. Even better. Fuel's a problem. Wow, here we go. Oh, it's all systems go. DRS, the lot, as we battle for the lead of this race. We've pulled clear. And still we push. We're going to go back to top up. We're going to potentially, we're into P2. I missed it. We have got P2. And now we're looking at the back of the Red Bull. Round the outside. Are we going to take the lead for the very first time? Not just yet. We hold off. But we are up to P2. I think DRS is the killer here. If you've got DRS, you're in the money. Can't take my eyes off this. We close back up. Pourchaire's just dropped. Just dropped out of DRS. I want to bring him back in here, because that could be dangerous. Albon going for the lead. There's the Red Bull as we come out of the corner. We ride back on board. Who's got it? We are in the lead of a race. Alex Albon is leading here in Austria. Pourchaire's trying to close. And Verstappen's got us again. This is going to be all the time. You can just sense it. Pourchaire, we're trying to get back up. We're going to get DRS again. It's got good fuel. And here we go, round the outside again. Not this time. The question is, can we... Pourchaire's dropped off. 63%. Now Verstappen's starting to move. Let's move back to neutral. And here we go. We're closing again. DRS is definitely bringing us here. Stroll's right here as well. Verstappen's going to be a sitting duck. We're going to have 2 cars come. We go to the outside. Who's going to get the best exit though? It's the Red Bull, as expected. But here we go again with DRS. We're going to go to the left, but the Red Bull defends very well. And now we have to just sit tight. It is very close. Very, very close battle between everybody. P14, P24. Is there any way past the Red Bull? Down the straight we go. It's a three-way battle for the lead. Into 10 laps to go. It's just a 10th at the moment. Out of turn 1 we come. I knew that was coming. Oh Jesus, he blew my eyes out. Oh. But still, we're all over the back. We're saving fuel. We are not saving tyres though. Look at that, we've used so much more tyre. I don't know if these tyres are going to last. They might get very used by the end. We have used so much. I think people are just looking after their tyres more. And I think that's now showing as Verstappen pulls 5 tenths. But we're going to deploy down the straight. Can we get back through? Here he comes, the deploying of the ERS. On the inside. At the minute, we're low on pack. But we're going to take the lead of this race again. We've got good fuel, which I might use. Oh my god, Pourchaire, when did he go down to P6? What happened with him? Verstappen's got us again, but we've got DRS, so we're going to move back through, back into the lead. You can see Red Bull's now going to come flying past us. This is going to be the similar thing that happens all the time. But we've defended. We have defended that for the first time. We're going to push the fuel. This is going to get worse the more we go on, everyone, because tyres are going to become an issue. And we've used a lot more than everybody else to try and really keep this at bay. Keep us fighting. We've got 3.6 to Perez, which is the good part. Down the straight we go. Verstappen is coming back in that ultra fast Red Bull. We're going to get DRS again. This is a great battle for the lead. Stroll is right there as well. We could be P1, P2 or even P3 in this race. We just don't know yet. Tyres are a struggle. But Pourchaire's P6, net P5 with Albon's penalty. And into the first corner we go. We're going to try and hang it, but DRS now as we move to the inside. Watch on board with Verstappen. Here goes the Williams. We're back and that's Stroll getting past Verstappen as well. Let's try and deploy through this middle section. There's only 5 laps to go. Only. We have deployed our ERS at full use. And then we're going to top up again. But we are going to be a sitting duck for Stroll this time. Stroll comes flying past. But we're going to get DRS. It's a DRS fun train here. And we're going to go back to the outside. Stroll's going to defend. But we're going to get... Verstappen's just dropped off a little bit here. Well, I say that. He's right back at us. 2 tenths is the gap. Are we going to get anywhere here? Are we going to take our first victory in a race, even though it is a sprint? Doesn't matter for us. Doesn't matter. Stroll just getting out of reach a little bit here. Pourchaire's down to P7. He's going backwards. He's struggling. We're still deploying. And we're going back for the Ferrari. We're trying. Tyres, I think, are the issue here. I think tyres are where we're going to come unstuck. Because we're starting to lose gap to Stroll. And that's quickly got to 8 tenths of a second. And you can see the tyres are 8% better. We are lapping considerably slower now. And I think this is where we might come unstuck. Verstappen does get past us. At least Albon's going to get pulled along. 1.2 now is the gap. This is leaving it very close. And here comes Leclerc on Pourchaire again. 34%. We're not going to get to the end here. We're going to just look after. At least Albon's got a bit more tyre, and I think we're going to have to admit defeat in this race for our first win. We're just going to have to look after the tyres, because we have used a lot to get to where we are. 3.7 to P8 though, and Albon just hanging in DRS, getting pulled along. But obviously now we just go to tyre management. We can probably go aggressive. We can probably attack, to be fair. Last lap. But Pourchaire's still there. Final lap in the sprint. It's been a pretty thriller so far. We haven't been able to skip hardly anything. And we're going to deploy here. We're going to just go attack. We're out of tyres, but we're going to get the Ferrari. And we're going to move back into P6. But expect the Ferrari to come back at us. Here he comes. Oh, he's not got near. We're closing back on Verstappen. Just conserve with Pourchaire. We need to make sure we've got enough fuel over the line. Yes, we have.
Okay, Alex, that's the flag.
Yes, we have. And that is a terrific sprint result. P3 for Albon. And P6 for Pourchaire. And it is the Stroll victory. We will take that. That gives us good thoughts for the race. DRS key. We take 6 points, with Pourchaire taking 3. No Alpine points, but Albon's got a penalty, remember. Albon has got a penalty for the race. Only a 3 grid place penalty. That's not too bad. What do we want to run here? Soft, medium, softs? Do you want to go soft? We can't go medium, medium, soft. Can we go medium, soft, soft? And move that out a bit. That's quite tricky. That's about the same speed, but you can push a lot more on the one stop. Might go mediums with. I might try that, but I might just go like that. No way. It's 2-stop all day long. And then I think we'll do the same here. Oh, that's at 1:44 slower. Right, let's go that. I think a 2-stop's fair. I think 1 stop would be tough looking at what we've just seen. So 5th and 6th we start for this race. And can we get a good start? Stroll taking victory last time out in the sprint. And we are away. And already, a bit of battle in there with Albon and Leclerc. Let's ride on board. Oh, Jesus, that's scary. P4 for Pourchaire though. Alonso's just dropped back. Albon P6. Let's watch that again actually. He literally... he hung it round. Alonso had to put the brakes on. And that is a fantastic start. P4, P6, Alonso nearly a second out already. It is crucial that we stay in DRS for as long as possible. And Stroll actually holding the 2 Red Bulls up here, Perez and Verstappen. So down the straight, no DRS until lap 3. But we're right here in the mix again. Trying to find our way through past the Red Bulls. Alonso is a second, 1.1. So if we can keep that and keep pushing. Now we have to watch the tyres, which we'll look after in a little bit. We might just do a hard stint through the middle. But what is everyone else on? Mediums. We're on the few tyres on softs. Few cars on softs. And now DRS opens next time on this straight. This is going to be the interesting part. Everyone's about to get DRS. Even Alonso, but Pourchaire's got a great run. He's going to try the outside. He's going to go for the outside. On the soft tyres, he's going to get better acceleration. And he's into P3. Oh, not anymore. Lost our ERS. Red Bull boxing us in. That's a bit unfair by Red Bull. dirty team games. We're going to keep pushing. And now I do kind of feel like I need to standardise the tyres though. We'll gain some fuel back later, but I need to stay in this and try and break the second. We're topping up on ERS all the time. DRS opens for Perez as well. It will open for Alonso. Turn 3, we pull out. Oh, Alonso's got a good sector there. Just hang it in. We're going to use about a kilogram extra, I think, and then we'll cut down. But it's only 3 tenths. I mean, everyone's pretty close at the moment. And here we go. It's Perez, mediums, who has now lost out to Stroll. Down the straight. Are we going to make a move? No, we're going to hold off. Into turn, what will be 3, I think it is. I'm sure it's turn 3. We're going to go to the inside. We're not going to make a move, interestingly. What about now? We've got a good run. And we do take Perez, I think. Yellow flags, yellow flags. That doesn't count for anything though. It was Gasly locking up. Perez is on our inside still. But we're through. But he's going to come back pretty quick. Watch this. We'll watch on board from Albon. And there he goes. Perez and Alonso doing battle. I mean, I'm looking actually. Sorry, I'm looking at Porsche. Albon is there. Porsche is there. Porsche is in the DRS range of the 2 leaders. Verstappen, then Stroll in second. Another yellow flag out. Nothing dramatic. Just Ocon again locking up on turn 4. So we're looking after tyres now. We're just going to try and keep in this DRS train. You can see Leclerc out of it at the moment. And we're being pulled along all the time. Remember, big points on offer here if we can get to where we do and where we are now. Problem is, we have slow pit stops. It is both on mediums ahead. I mean, these are on mediums. I can't believe they're going to go to a 1-stop. I don't want to do a 1-stop because you can't push the tyres at all. But we're just about to lose out on DRS. We're going to just get it though. But Perez is obviously going to be very quick. And we are now out of a second. Our DRS will not open and Perez is going to take full advantage. And Perez gets back into P3. So we've just got to watch the fuel. And I'm sure these 3 are just going to disappear. And maybe even Alonso will get us. But I think it's going to be tricky to hold on. So, virtual safety car. Contact at turn 1.
Debris on the main straight.
We're up to P2. It's Verstappen. Verstappen is out.
Yeah, it's all good.
What happened? It was a crash between Stroll and Verstappen. Turn 1, Verstappen up the inside, or they turn in and they both go off. Now surely, I mean yes, Stroll. Where is Stroll? There he is, P7. Now what are we on tyres? Everyone is, we've got a safety car. I mean, do we pit? I don't think we pit. I mean, lap time's quicker. I think we do. I think we do with Porsche. I think we do pit. And Albon, I think we pit as well. Oh, we're going to double stack though. We're not very good at pit stops, are we? I think we do. I think we do pit here. And we're going to have to just take the double stack. We're going to have to take the double stack and we're going to be better on the tyres. I don't want to watch this. We're going to double stack not very nicely. Hey, it's not worked too bad. 3.6, 3.5. Alonso had a pit stop issue as well, but he still manages to come out there. Hard tyres can go to the end. Do I want to? Probably not. So we'll conserve down, we'll harvest everything. And we're going to be racing again, but hopefully with Verstappen. I mean, did anyone not pit? No, everybody pit. The question is, do they go to the end though? The safety car is ending. I mean, it looks like we can go to the end on these tyres, but I think it's going to be very tricky. who have we got? I mean, everyone is on exactly like we are, so we are attacking for the lead then. Verstappen out, Leclerc is there, Russell, Alonso, Albon in P6. We are very much in for our first chance of a win of a race, but we're going to fend off some very strong cars with Perez, Alonso, Russell, Leclerc. We're going to try and stick with. I'm not going to look at the things at the minute. I'm going to look at the tyres, see how everybody pushes. We'll stay in DRS range though. Russell gets Alonso. Albon is trying and can see ahead what is happening. Porsche. We've got good fuel though. That's the main thing at the moment. And we're right behind. No DRS. Oh, we nearly went for a move. We felt like it. We're coming again. Let's go back to neutral until DRS opens. So Porsche just starting to use a bit more tyres. Feel like everyone has just started to let off a little bit. Yellow flag. No way. You are joking me. "17 positions. Why are we doing it to ourselves? We're in such good position as well. We're just going to have to hope there's no pit stop, and it's going to go on Albon now as well. Oh, why, Porsche? Why did you do it to yourself? But now, it's all about Mr. Albon, who goes round the outside of the Ferrari nearly. But P19, a yellow flag again. Can't see who that's for. Ocon ran wide. And we're coming back at the Ferrari. Can we get him? DRS is going to be open, but so is it for the Ferrari. I mean, we're not a million miles away. We're only 2 seconds, but not good. Not good. Ferrari is past Russell. Russell's starting to go backwards. DRS, and we're going to let this play out and then see how our tyres are. And we're into P4. Albon just got Russell, and it was down the straight. DRS open, and nicely gets the job done. Not like his counterpart Theo Porsche, who's 2 seconds off at the back. P19. So we've got a lot to do here. Russell's 5 tenths behind. Tyres are just going to last to the end at this rate. The only thing we can do with Porsche is hope that everyone's falls off and we pit on softs early. Some of these I don't think are going to get to the end. So when it is we try and go past Leclerc, who's going to get the better acceleration. Alex Albon, can he squeeze him? Come on, Alex, squeeze him. Yes, come on. P3. First podium, potentially. Let's not speak too soon after Porsche already blew it. But we're pushing. I just don't know if these last to the end. That's my problem. I just think it's not worth it. 5 tenths the gap. We're closing on the 2 out front who are battling at the minute. 2 seconds is the gap. Leclerc back to 5 tenths. These two are side by side all the time. We're just trying to break a second though. 8 tenths. We're deploying all of our ERS system. We've got it to 8 tenths. But I don't think we're going to shift it. It's quite hard to shift DRS. But we have got that gap down to 1.7. So doing well. I just can't see these lasting. And when you look about everybody's around you, or on worse, I think with Porsche, we do a soft stint. And just to check, soft tyres can do around 33 laps. So we'll probably be trying that one. So we're just topping up all the time. I mean, Porsche looks like a very lonely race for him now, look. 1.7, Leclerc behind us. Expect Leclerc to come flying past with DRS. And there he is, but we just hold him off for now. But DRS will open and he'll move back through. But yeah, I just don't think... I think we might manage this to try and do a one-stop. These might absolutely come back at us, but based on my tyre management, I don't think we're going to get to the end. Theo, potentially, definitely not. Might be a mediums pit for Theo, actually. I mean, he's only 2 tenths behind Ricciardo now. And Albon is back ahead of Leclerc. Leclerc's going to get DRS, so this is just going to be a constant battle, constant switching. But defended well. 2.5 seconds is the gap. Lap 33, we've used a lot of fuel. We're trying to just hold off Leclerc. We're just trying to cement ourselves up here, but we're going to keep pulling each other along with DRS. And Albon's going to fight that position. Pourchaire is up to P17. He has slowly started to make his way through. But again, looking at the tyre management, Albon's doing great. Obviously, Leclerc's just taken him. So I'm just going to try and... I don't want to go too... I mean, we're only a tenth. I wonder if I can just light and stay within a second. But Pourchaire's bang there. He's going to get DRS now on the Haas. But even the Haas just pulling away. But we've got Leclerc again. And we are just trying to look after the tyres. I don't think we can go to the end. This is very interesting. Right then, we've got another crash. Sector 1. Who is it? Oh, for God's sake. Oh, it's the AlphaTauri into the back of us. That is not our error. You can get out if you're going to give us a penalty for that one. Definitely not our fault. Magnussen's now got Pourchaire. I don't know what to do. These tyres are surely not lasting to the end, look. But then we have just started to get that back up. No penalties for that accident. I think we just chance it. We're doing alright. Leclerc gets DRS. We'll look after the tyres. And looking at the tyres around here, we're matching Russell. Pourchaire's P15. So Pourchaire I'm going to pit early, but I still don't think he can get to the end. Even on another set. So pit stops are happening. So this is what I thought would be the case, but we don't have any mediums because of what we started on. Now Pourchaire is P15 and people are going to start pitting now. So I'm going to attack, I'm going to push, I'm going to deploy. We've got a yellow flag, we've got a virtual safety car out there. So now is the time we're going to have to pit. And do we go hards? I think we'll go mediums for Albon. So we're actually going to get away with this quite nicely. Let's harvest everything. Pourchaire. Has he just pitted Pourchaire? No. So conserve that down. And we are harvesting everything up. Mediums can go to the end. No problem. That's what we like to see. Albon is happy. That's what we like to see. But what is the gaps? Oh, look at that. Leclerc's lost out big time. 10 seconds. Here's the gap. Virtual safety car is now ending. So we're going to go full attack mode again. We're going to deploy everything up. Because mediums should be able to go to the end. And we are green and racing. So Ocon out causing the VSC. DRS is enabled straight away, I should say. So as long as we can keep within a second, we could potentially get past. The big one's Pourchaire for us, I think, as well. If we can get some points here, that would be fantastic. As we make a move on Perez, DRS assisted. Oh, how did he get DRS there? And look at this. From the cars around us, we're going to take the McLaren, are we? We're not going to get DRS though. We're going to have to hold that position all the way back down the straight. Down the outside, we've got him. Pourchaire is P11. Albon is fighting hard against the Red Bull. And we are up to P2. We're pulling Perez along. Now the good thing is, 3.6 seconds. That gap is tumbling. Alonso did a 106.5. We're going to top up with both cars. We've got Pourchaire on the verge of points. Be interested to see what time next time around Alonso does. It is a 1:06.1 and a 1:04.6. We are lapping incredibly quicker than that car ahead. Pourchaire as Hulkenberg's in the pits. That's going to move us up to the top 10. Should be. Perez has just got us again. And we were lapping quick, but we just can't get out. And there's the gaps. So we're well clear of Russell. Pourchaire is in the points. And he's got an Alfa Romeo and a McLaren, which should be slower. Ahead of him, yellow flag again. It's not for Albon, thankfully. It's Gasly running wide. And Gasly is down in P15. But we're just looking after ERS. P3. Trying to close on the Red Bull. 2.8 seconds is the gap now. And that is a move, but Red Bull's got good acceleration. Alonso, is he just looking after his tyres? He is. And he's started to lap a bit quicker now. Gotta go back to aggressive. And yeah, we're still lapping quicker. Still lapping quicker. And here we go on the Red Bull again. Good traction out. Yellow flag. Still everyone's struggling, it seems. Tsunoda lock up this time. And we are into P2. We're just watching the laps here. As here comes Pourchaire for P9 on Bottas. We're into P9. We've used so much tyre, but I feel like this is our only opportunity. Here comes Perez again. Suddenly, we're going to take some good points here. Perez goes back past. And all the time, we are just bringing Alonso back to us as we fight. Oh, Jesus, them tyres look rough, don't they? Already. Let's just stand it off. Let's just cut off a bit of them. We'll make sure the fuel goes down to 0 and then we'll cut again. But here we go again. 10 seconds clear of Leclerc. That's the main thing. DRS will open. We'll move back ahead of Perez. This is on standard tyres as well. But Perez will get DRS again. Can we defend well? I think we can. We have defended nicely there. And now we cut back down. Can't take our eyes off it yet again. Pourchaire 2.8 seconds behind Norris. Tyres, we've done better than Perez. So we're doing okay. 2.3 last time around. 3 tenths quicker than Alonso. You can see him, just got a bit of back markers. As Perez right tucked up is potentially going to get us here. He's not. We're actually pulling nicely. Alonso is now pushing forward. I don't think we're going to be able to catch him with tyres. We are trying to just steep that curve off. Can we do it though? Lap 56. We've got Pourchaire in P9. I don't think we're going to catch. Alonso's increasing the gap. I think that's because of his tyre control. 65%. We are fighting Perez yet again as we go to the outside this time. And looks like we've just managed to pull that ahead. And all the time we are looking after tyres at the same time. We're not pushing. Not pushing. Pourchaire's P9 catching the McLaren 1.6 seconds. Just going to use a bit of fuel. Like so. And Perez is about to come back at us as well. Pretty standard. There he is. We held off for now, but here he comes, straight back past. It's like a video game. It is a video game. 6 tenths though he's pulled already. That's an interesting one. Just using a little bit more tyre, Perez. But we're going to still get DRS. We're still going to get pulled along, but so is he. 7 tenths. We're just going to keep an eye. Russell's 12 seconds. We could be on for our first ever podium. 1.2. We must have got held up by the back marker of Tsunoda. That is a big, big gap now to try and close, especially for a Red Bull. Surely they've used a bit more tyre. 55, only 1%. And you look, see the lap time. 105.7, 106.1. Can we bring this back? It is just a second. And Pourchaire is 4 tenths behind the McLaren. Let's deploy. But we know what these DRS trains are like. They absolutely come back past us. Albon now 5 tenths. And here we go, straight past Norris. Norris will come back though. Question is he fast enough to come back? Yes, is the answer to that one, but he's not going to. Let's deploy that one. Tyres are looking good. Tyres are looking good. And Albon's back to 4 tenths. Perez only 3.2 behind Alonso. Obviously doesn't help when we're fighting all the time. DRS enabled. Go to the left hand side. Oh, Perez just defending well. And Porsche still just battling Norris. Yellow flag again. There's a crash. Norris has got Porsche. It's not Porsche.
That's not looking good for Charles Leclerc.
And who is this? Ferrari of Leclerc and Russell. Into the DRS. Oh, it's a big hit. Ferrari has to slow down. Got away with it though. And where's Albon now? Here we go. Can he get DRS out? Perez still sitting around 3.2 behind Alonso. Come on, Albon. We've looked after tyres. We're going to go to the outside. Good acceleration. Who's got the bigger balls? It is Mr. Albon. 3.3. Porsche's just got Norris again. I mean, this is the DRS sweeping all the time, look. After Porsche's big mistake, we are handling this nicely. Here comes Perez again. DRS enabled. 41% tyres we've got. Better. Alonso just matching times. Having saved tyre. And we're going to go again here. Are we going to get this great battle with Perez? Are we going to hold on? P2 would be fantastic. And Albon at the minute has sneaked ahead again. 2 tenths though. Perez coming back. Oh, this DRS is unbelievable. He gets DRS again. Come on, what can we do? Need to get it. We're still saving fuel. Round the outside again. It's a repeat of every single lap and we're back ahead. We need Perez to have a moment or something. We've absolutely ripped apart from Russell. Norris is still fighting Porsche. 4 tenths is the gap. Now matching tyres, so just a little bit better is the Red Bull on tyres. And are we going to hold off? Perez, I think, waits for DRS and gets DRS. So I think we're going to be on the podium. That is the main thing, but I'd love a P2 with some massive points for the weekend. It's only a tenth away though. We're going to be in DRS zone. I think Porsche just cannot get away from Lando Norris at the moment. And here we go again into turn 1. Can't get it done. We'll still get DRS though. And now we'll just push a little bit of fuel. See if we can just hold him. 2 tenths. That's going to come down because here he comes. Ridiculous, this is. Ridiculous. Gap to 2.9 to Alonso. We're just pulling each other along. Porsche's not going to get Sainz, but it's just a case of can he keep Norris behind. Porsche's used so much more tyre than Norris. That's why Norris is hanging on really well. Turn 1's not going to be the place to do it, but definitely the next turn is. Round the outside. It's going to be whoever gets DRS this time round for this part will take second place. Here he comes again. And Perez, I mean, surely it's going to be, it might be us. It might be us. So now we're going to attack. We're going to push everything we've got. The last lap. If we stay here, I'm fine by this. I'm fine by keeping here. But we're going to push anyway. Might be a mistake. We've got a good exit. Can we hold him off? I probably should have changed him to defend. Oh, Albon's coming back. Let's go slow on this one. P2 or P3? Which one are we going to get? Let's deploy.
Let's use the overtake.
Let's stay on board. I think we have got our best finish. And what a race it was. Austria, what a fun battle. Alonso wins. Alex Albon comes home in P2. And still, chasing hard is Lando Norris. This is not over for the points, because even though he made a massive mistake earlier in the race, it is going to be Porsche that comes home to take a double points finish. Come on, into P8. What a round here in Austria. And that is our first ever podium. Look at that, he is buzzing. Team are buzzing. Yes, boys. Might have an exhausted pit crew all the time. There he is. Alonso, Albon and Perez. There's the trophy. Our first ever podium. I mean, they didn't go all expensive spared on the old trophy, did they? But P2, Alex Albon, Theo Porsche. That is perfect. There you go. Beautiful. Look at that. Solid weekend. 4.1 million in the bank as well. What a round in Austria. I mean, let's look at Silverstone quickly, just before we do look. Power circuit. And again, top speed, acceleration, low speed, high speed. Our acceleration isn't great, but it's a thriller. Oh, not delayed again. That's been delayed so many times. And look at that, 2-week delay. Wow. But let's catch you in round 11. Silverstone, Williams, gaining again on Alpine, massive chunk. Gaining on Mercedes. We are in P5. Alex Albon moves up to P7. Porsche moves up to P11. And we are cooking here in our save of Williams.